What's up, nerds? So, this video is going to be a little bit more personal for myself. It's something that I found out, and this is pretty recent. I would say within like the last maybe couple months. Um, I figured out that the wizarding world in like Harry Potter, it's real, and those places do exist. And they're also not really being talked about correctly. Maybe not like through the books and through the movies. And the reason why I say that is because that's the reason of this video is, Harry Potter is all about Hogwarts, Hogwarts, Hogwarts. You get the Wizarding World's perspective from, the perspective of Hogwarts. And like all the other schools are just like whatever, right? Like, what community colleges basically. But that's not true at all. And it's really upsetting. And, and I get it that, only so many books can be made and stuff, but like, not enough information and not enough explanation has been given about these other places. Like that place is real, and that kind of stuff that goes on is real over there. Okay, and I can explain it later on because of some stuff that's some stuff that's happened in my life involving places that I've been and things that I've seen. But this video is about my place over there. If I choose to do something like that, because I am Vegeta, if I do choose to be a part of the Wizarding world, this video is going to explain my level of participation and what school I go to and what house I go to. I don't need a sorting hat or any of that stuff. I can tell you right now exactly where I go. Okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. This video is going to explain that the Wizarding world is real and that other places besides Hogwarts, they're talked about, do exist, and they're just as important as anybody else. It's just one perspective had more light shown than the other. Okay, the spotlight was on Hogwarts. There are other schools, there are other houses, there are other wizards. It's a thing. Okay. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into it, and thank you for being here. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. The school that I'm talking about in this video is Drumstrang. And in Drumstrang, there are 4 different houses. There's Suskrofa, which is the boar, and their color is gray. There's Ucilena, which is the killer whale, and their house color is black. There's Volpilara, which is, I believe, is a snow fox, or is a fox. I think it's a snow fox, but it's a fox. I believe I did. I probably should look a little more into that. And then there's also the House Wolverine, and that's very self-explanatory. It's a Wolverine. And then Volpilara's color is blue, and then the Wolverine's is green. And so this video is about the house Ucilena, because that's the house that I'll be going to if I ever had to, or if I was ever forced to participate in the Wizarding world. I'd be going to Drumstrang, and then I'd be going to the house. I'm going to House Ucilena. Okay, and then so if you look it up, here's a it's an Arctic fox. Okay, sorry, hang on. So this is a Arctic fox, snow fox, Arctic fox, whatever. So if you look, if you care enough to look into it, there's other information out there about these places, like about Drumstrang, and then it also explains where it's at and the founder and all that kind of stuff, and it's a little bit of history of it, and then it also talks about the 4 houses that are a part of that, the 4 classes, kind of like how Hogwarts has Gryffindor, Slytherin, Ravenclaw, and Hufflepuff. Well, Drumstrang has Suskrofa, Ucilena, Volpilara, and Wolverine. So I'm going to be going to Ucilena, and Ucilena, the house. I'm just going to read it. The house Ucilena, The Ucilena house color is black, and the house symbol is a killer whale. This house has the innately intelligent beings who enjoy life and enjoy having a good time. Very few things bother members of this house, and their defining quality is that they are able to balance their emotions and think rationally in any given situation. So that's House Ucilena, and that's right here, the killer whale. Okay, so that's basically the crux of the video right there, just explaining what house I go to, what school I go to, and why. And we're about to get into that. It's like, well, Vegeta, what makes you say you can go there? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I believe that Drumstrang is being depicted incorrectly through the movies that were made. Maybe not the books, but definitely the movies. Okay, so I looked it up, and this I'll explain later on, but this is what I'm talking about. So I looked up and was like, where's Drumstrang at? Where is it believed to be at? Well, it's believed it's believed that it's believed that the school is located in Norway or Sweden. Okay, so I looked it up, and I was like, well, let's look up Swedish women. I mean, everybody knows about Norwegian women and Swedish women, right? Okay, so I looked them up, and they all have it's all blondes. They're all blondes, right? They all have blonde hair. They're all white women with blonde. They're all white women with blonde hair. You know, so I just typed in Swedish women, and then you watch Harry Potter. Look at these dudes. These guys look Russian. Now I know right here it says, I know it says they're willing to accept international students as far as Bulgaria. Okay, cool, I get that. Maybe they could be Bulgarian, but look at this, man. These guys look Russian. He looks Russian. He looks definitely Russian. He definitely looks Russian. It says right here that Drumstrang is either in Norway or Sweden, and the people depicting that place look Russian. This guy does not look. Does he look Swedish to you? Does he? He doesn't, does he? He looks Russian, right? I mean, look at that hat and everything. He looks Russian, right? Okay, cool, right on. Just make sure we're all not stupid here. So I thought that was kind of weird. And the reason why I think that's weird is because these people are all white people with blonde hair. And I looked it up, and these Swedish women all have blonde hair. They're all really pretty. They all have blonde hair, and they're all white. And I went Super Saiyan. So I kind of feel like there's information that's not being explained about Drumstrang correctly, and I'm gonna go ahead and get into that right now. Okay, but just take one more look. This is Ucilena right here. This is the house that I'm going to. Right. So I believe that Drumstrang is only for people who are blonde and nobody else. It's supposed to be for white blonde people and nobody else. And the fact that it's being depicted like this really sucks because it's not true. I mean, it's in Sweden or Norway, and those are all blonde. That's like the home of the Vikings. I mean, like, blonde hair, blue eyes, white skin. You know what I mean? Drumstrang is supposed to be, and if you look at, stop, wait a minute. Now, if you look it up, right? Like, well, who came from Drumstrang? I'm pretty sure whoever that character was that played that Johnny Depp played. What was that guy's name? Not Voldemort, the other one. Yeah, he's actually blonde and blue. He's actually white with blonde hair, and he came from Drumstrang. He was a student at Drumstrang, and so I just feel like it's all part of this misinformation kind of stuff. Look, everybody, we're not all in this together, and you're being lied to. We're not all cut from the same cloth. We're not all in this together. It's not all kumbaya. We're not alone here. There are aliens. There are demons. There's all kind of stuff. There's all kind of stuff happening. It's all real. And a part of being against you is making you believe that we're all in this together. Like, oh, the person to the left of you and the right of you is equal as you, and we're all in this together. That's not true at all. Not one bit. Drumstrang is supposed to be for blonde white people, probably even blue eyes. And the reason why I'm talking about that is because I'm Vegeta, and I went Super Saiyan after cracking Bitcoin. If you look up Super Saiyan, what happens? They have blonde hair, bluish green eyes, and white skin. I mean, like my skin is Vegeta. Like I have tan skin in the cartoon, and then I go Super Saiyan. It's like pale white with super blonde hair, like super blonde hair and like super blue green eyes, like completely different person. So that's why I'm able to say that, and that's why it's really interesting because the criteria to being a member of Drumstrang is you have to be white, you have to have blonde hair, and you have to have blue eyes. And that's it. There's like no other wiggle room. So being a Super Saiyan is going to be really weird because that means that, black haired, brown eyed people with tan skin can't attend Drumstrang. But I can go Super Saiyan. And I have white skin, blonde hair, and bluish green eyes. So I can attend Drumstrang. I can, and I can't at the same time. So it's going to be really weird being the only... Listen, it's going to be really weird being the only black-haired, brown-eyed, tan-skinned guy at Drumstrang, and everybody around me is white with blonde hair and blue eyes because I can do something they can't. I can go Super Saiyan and turn into somebody with blonde hair, bluish green eyes, and white skin. So it's going to be really weird to be the only person walking around with black hair in an entire school. And what a coincidence that the class I'm going to is colors black. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have brown hair. I don't have red hair. It's all adding up. It all makes sense. You know what I mean? It's all making sense. So, and I got more stuff to talk about too. Like, the actor who played Voldemort was a Nazi. In Schindler's List and all that. And I cracking Bitcoin. I connected it to Germans, and mine Bitcoin and stuff. And it's my first video that I made. So, I'm not going to say that I'm replacing that character. I'm not saying I'm replacing Voldemort, but I mean, it's looking like it. It's looking like it. I mean, why wouldn't it? I don't use a wand, and also too, it's gonna really suck because, like, check this out, right? So Harry Potter, you gotta to fly, you have to have a broomstick. To do magic, you have to have a wand, and to go to Drumstrang, you have to have blonde hair, blue eyes, and white skin. And here I am. I don't need a wand to do magic because I can manipulate ki. I don't need a broomstick to fly because I can fly because of the manipulation of ki. I mean, Dragon Ball Z, I've been flying since I was a kid. And then I also have black hair and brown eyes and tan skin because that's what I really look like. And I can go Super Saiyan, which I have blonde hair, blue eyes, and white skin. You see what I'm saying? Does it make sense? Is understand? It's like a massive appropriate contradiction. It's like a slap in the face to like the social norm or like what people thought. Drumstrang is not full of people that come from Russia. Watch Harry Potter. Those people don't look Swedish and they don't look Norwegian. They look fucking Russian. That's bullshit. So the only people who are allowed to attend Drumstrang are white people with blonde hair and blue eyes, and that's it. Nobody else. And the only reason why I can is because I can go Super Saiyan and be like, you're not allowed to be here. Why? We have black hair, brown eyes, and tan skin. Okay. And then I go Super Saiyan, and it's like, now what's your argument? What color is my hair? Blonde. What color is my eyes? Bluish green. What color is my skin? White. And you just said I can't be here because I don't look like that, but now you're saying I do? See what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a real slap in the face. It's gonna be a real slap. It's gonna be a slap in the face to people who want to be against me because they're jealous of me. I mean, like, I'm talking like class after class after class after class of like nothing but blonde hair, blue eyed people, blonde haired, blue eyed people, blonde haired, blue eyed people. And then there's this one guy with black hair and brown eyes, just in the graduation photo. It's just like blonde, 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 like blonde class, blonde class, blonde class, blonde class, blonde class, black hair, brown eyes, tan skin class, blonde class, blonde class, blonde class. Like this is gonna be a real problem for like a lot of people. It just is. I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, I can go super, you can't. Tough shit. Don't need a wand. You do. Don't need a broomstick. You do. And that school's main focus is dueling. Look it up. Their main focus is dueling. And I just shot 3 guys in the face with my fist with Gallic gun. I just shot 3 guys in the face with my fist with Gallic gun using telekinesis. That's kind of a big deal. You know, it's kind of a big deal. So, yeah, that's it. That's it, really. That's all I can think of. I wanted to make this video a while ago, but I just didn't get around to it. So, yep. And the reason why I know the Wizarding World is real is because of what happened to me at the Mormon Church. You know that when I talk about that portal, that portal that opened up in front of me, and two people came walking out. There's a woman to my left and a man to my right. Yeah, well, before they walked out, I was looking into where they were walking out of, and I saw like a train station. I saw a train station. It wasn't very clear. I saw a lot of steam. I saw a lot of steam, and then I saw a lot of hustle and bustle. I saw like movement, and then I saw like a train. Like the portal was here in front of me, and the train was like leaving that way. It was going like it was still in the station. It was going like chugga 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 like I could see like it wasn't as clear as a movie. It was very faint. I'm talking like you had to be like you had to have been there to know what I'm talking about. It was very subtle hints. You just had to pick up on it quick. Like, what are you looking at? And I'm like, I see a busy train station, and I see a train leaving with a smokestack, leaving from where I'm looking at. It wasn't coming towards me; it was going the other way. And then is it a giant train station? And then they came walking out. The lady on the right, and then him on my left. And it happened. It happened. That's all I got to tell you. It happened. It wasn't a hallucination. It wasn't a figment of my imagination. It really fucking happened. It was right there. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, if I would have had my phone out or something, or if I was recording it, I'd be like, wow, it could have been recordable. If I did that, I could have pulled my phone out and recorded it, and you'd be like, you could have seen what I was talking about. You could have seen the shimmer happening and all that. But because of all the CGI and stuff and all the computer graphics and that's happening here, you know, people are like, oh, it's just, you know, oh, this is all CGI. This is all fake. Okay, look, no, it's not. That really happened. There's no such thing as CGI in someone's real life, dumbass. That really happened. There's like a giant shimmer in front of my car, in front on a fence. Even the fence was rattling because it was kind of raining. It was like, and it was like shimmers. It was like sparkles. It was crazy. I don't know how to explain it to you. It was crazy. It was way more. It was way more than like it would normally be. It wasn't just like a reflection of light. It was like actual sparkles. It was like, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was, dude. It was crazy. And then my car powered down because I had my headlights on. My fucking car powered. Guys, my car powered down, and then the street light that was next to me like went super dim or like went off or whatever. Like really dim. My car pooped out and like really got really like it was like totally like sucked all the energy out of it. And it was fucking nuts, guys. If there was somebody else next to me, I'd be like, dude, you're amazing. Whatever the fuck this is, that's awesome. And then like more smoke. It kind of like got mixed up with my car exhaust. It is what it looked like because it was like a little bit cold outside, and through that it was able to like more was able to be produced to kind of make it more of like a of an event, right? And that's where I was able to see this portal in front of me. It just happened. It was crazy. And before this all happened, like very faintly, I saw like shadow figures by me, like shadowy people, like shadow figures, like darting, like moving behind my vehicle. And then I also saw like whitish blue people, like white, yeah, whitish blue people, not at all like detailed at all, just like their outline, just kind of like walking past my vehicle like this way, like they're like they'll appear and then just like they're like fade in and fade out, like very translucent, very see through too, but I can still tell they're like bluish white people. Fade in, fade out, fade in, fade out. And I'm like, oh fuck, man, this is about to get real. Like this is about to go down. And then I start, and then the shadow people that are behind me, like hanging on the shadows, like moving, like shadows, like literally like shadows that are supposed to be standing still, like moving. It was fucking nuts. It was crazy. Okay, it was fucking crazy, and anybody would have had a heart attack. But luckily for me, I'm Vegeta, so that's why I believe that the wizarding world is real, and something happened that you weren't allowed that wasn't allowed to happen. There was like a crossing of like two places or two planes or whatever, and well, I think somebody's existence was threatened by mine because I went Super Saiyan, and it was only a matter of time before I exposed I exposed them for being phonies or whatever. Because the girl that came out, the girl that came out of the shimmer on my right, she didn't she did not look like a good person at all. She did not. She looked like she was a total bitch. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. She looked like she had a fucking attitude. She looked like she was a total bitch. She looked like she was a total asshole, a total jerk, and a really mean woman. And she came like gliding out too, like hovering. Like she was like walking like ding, 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 ding. No, she came like gliding the fuck out. Stood right the fuck there. And then, so she comes gliding out, and she was like in a dress. Like I couldn't see her, but I knew it was a woman. And she just came like gliding out, like literally on a roll on a skateboard. Just came gliding the fuck out, and then stopped staring at me. Like, okay. And then this dude comes walking out, and this guy came walking out like he's got a foot long fucking. He's got like a foot long dick. He just kicks everyone's asses, and this guy just comes walking the fuck out, bigger than shit. Gets real close to my vehicle and just stares at me. It was really It was really fucking weird, okay? You just had to have been there. This dude came walking out like he was the fucking meanest fucking shit that was ever taken, and he's just the baddest motherfucker on planet Earth. And he stood like 2 feet, he stood 2 feet from my vehicle and just stared at me. And then 3 months later, I shoot 3 rockets out of my fists. Or well, about a month or two later, about 2 months later, I punch rockets out of my fists. I use Gallet gun, so that's kind of a thing. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now. Whoever that lady was that came hovering out is not happy that I am who I am and I did what I did. I used Gallet gun and it was badder than a motherfucker. It was so badass. It came out so smooth. It was just like boom, boom, boom. It was fucking nuts, man. It was so cool. And it made those ripples like right in front of me. It was like boom, boom, boom. It was so cool. It was so cool. Every punch I threw, every punch I threw made a ripple right in front of me. And I shot a telekinetic bullet out of my fist. Now, none of my walls or anything were damaged, or no glass got broken or anything. But whatever I shot out of my fist, like left my fist and went somewhere else and killed somebody. Shot him in the face. So, you know, it's pretty crazy stuff. And then ever since then, like, things been getting knocked over, bumped things over. Things have like gotten broken lamps on accident. Glass breaking, like glass going like breaking. So that's kind of a thing. Yep. So I got stuff going on with me, and it's not called magic. I looked it up. It's called ki. It's called ki. That when they say, oh, it's magic. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's called ki. That's what it's called. It's like the life force. It's like You know what I mean? That's what it is. So, yeah. Anyway, that's the video. I'm not going to talk your ears off. That's it. I'm going to Ucilena if I so choose to. I'm going to Ucilena, the house over there in Drumstrang, and it's gonna be all blonde people, white skin and blue eyes, and nobody else. No Hispanics, no Asians, no. It's in fucking Norway, so that's not happening. It's just the way it is. We're not. No, that's what, oh, we're all equal to mess stuff up like that. No, we're not, and that's not happening at all. Period. You're not gonna go to Drumstring unless you have white skin. Period. And that's all there is to it. Don't care. You're not going to Drumstrang if you don't have white skin. You're not going to Drumstrang if you don't have blonde hair. And you're not going to Drumstrang if you don't have blue eyes. End of story. End of story. So that's it. I'm going to Drumstrang, and then also the school Ucilena, or the house Ucilena. And yeah, that's it. That's what we're doing. Living up my life, and whatever happens, happens. Don't need a broomstick, don't need a wand, and I'm an expert duelist. So, can't say I'm not. I just shot 3 guys in the face with my fist. They're dead, and nobody can prove it. I can tell you who did it. I did it. I can explain the whole thing, but you can't prove it. I can 100% confess to murdering those men, to murdering those people, those guys. I can absolutely confess to murdering them, but you can't prove it. That's the problem. It doesn't matter what I say. You can't prove it. There's nothing to prove that I did it. And there are three dead guys, by the way. Still to this day, they're dead. So anyway, that's what's happening. I want to make this video, and yeah, Drumstrang. Other places are real. It's not all about Hogwarts. It's not all about Dumbledore. It's not all about Harry Potter. There are other fucking places that exist, and there are other places that are real. So, we'll see how it goes. But that's what's happening, and that's it. Anyway, God bless you. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.